It happened at midnight. Every forest, every garden, every blade of grass vanished, gone, as if nature had simply held its breath. The world woke up to emptiness. Lawns turned into bare dirt, crops vanished from endless fields, and city parks became nothing but cracked ground and dust. No one knew what was happening. Scientists thought it was mass defoliation, some kind of global fungus. But how could trees just disappear overnight, roots and all? At first, people were confused more than scared. It's just plants, some said. They'll grow back. But by mid-morning, the consequences began to hit, literally. Oxygen levels started to plummet. Breathing became heavier. Birds fell from the sky, gasping. In cities, people tore through supermarkets searching for bottled oxygen and canned food. The world realized something terrifying. Without plants, there was no oxygen, no food, no life support. Within hours, hospitals overflowed with patients suffering from dizziness and fainting. The sky turned a dull brown gray, as pollution had nothing left to absorb it. Satellites showed the Earth losing its green color, fading into a lifeless sepia tone. The air itself seemed to thicken. Governments issued emergency orders, urging people to stay indoors, limit movement, and conserve oxygen. But there was no way to stop the suffocation. By afternoon, chaos ruled. People fought over air tanks, fires broke out, and with no vegetation to absorb carbon dioxide, the atmosphere grew toxic. The temperature spiked rapidly. Without plants to regulate climate, heat waves scorched entire regions. Oceans began to lose algae, disrupting marine life instantly. Coral reefs dimmed into ghostly white. The chain reaction was unstoppable. But something else was happening, something nobody expected. Amid the chaos, strange vibrations began to pulse through the ground. Seismic sensors picked up rhythmic tremors beneath continents. It was almost like a heartbeat, slow, deep, and constant. Then, around sunset, the sound became audible. A low hum spread through the air. Not mechanical, not natural. People around the world heard it, a deep, resonating tone that seemed to come from beneath the Earth's crust. Some thought it was the planet mourning. Others said it was calling its children back, the plants. But then came the twist. A research team in Norway monitoring the global magnetic field noticed something extraordinary. The hum was reorganizing magnetic particles around the planet, creating spiral patterns that matched photosynthesis cycles. The Earth was breathing again, but differently, through energy, not leaves. As night fell, glowing particles began rising from the soil, microscopic, greenish motes swirling like fireflies. They gathered in clusters, forming outlines of trees, flowers, grass, all made of light. The ghosts of plants returned, shimmering and silent. Cities were bathed in soft emerald glow. Oxygen levels began to stabilize slightly. People wept, watching the luminous forests return, unreal yet comforting. For 24 hours, the Earth lived through a strange balance, a ghost ecosystem, made not of matter but of energy. Scientists recorded phenomena they couldn't explain. Air quality improved, brainwave activity synchronized with the hum, and animals that survived gathered near the glowing fields, calm and unafraid. It was as if nature had shifted into another form, watching humanity's reaction from behind a veil. When the 24th hour ended, at midnight again, the light faded, the world held its breath, and then, with a soft, almost inaudible whisper, the plants returned. Every leaf, every flower, every tree, as if they'd never left. Gardens bloomed again, crops reappeared, forests stood tall. Humanity woke up surrounded by green once more. But something had changed. In every city, on every continent, people found new roots sprouting through cracks in asphalt, walls, even steel. Plants were reclaiming space faster than before, stronger and more resistant. It was as if they'd evolved overnight, adapting, learning, preparing. The hum from beneath the Earth was gone, but people could still feel it faintly, inside their chests. Scientists eventually concluded it wasn't a disappearance. It was a warning. The planet had shown humanity what a single day without plants truly meant, not just ecological collapse, but spiritual emptiness. For one day, Earth had erased its own green to remind everyone that nature doesn't belong to humans, humans belong to it. And now, whenever the wind rustles through the trees, some swear they can still hear the faint echo of that hum, the sound of the planet breathing and watching.